Welcome to the Site-65 podcast. I'm your host, Robert Tomato Peterson, and I want to remind everyone listening that you could find us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Twitter. And also, if you are in the Discord, you could type !podcast to get all the links to the podcast.
Excuse me, host. I believe you mean X.
Don't even start. It's okay. Twitter, all right? We're calling it Twitter.
Yeah, I never remember that it's been called X before. Hello, Azzy. I see you just sat down with us.
Hello. Everyone knows it's Twitter anyways.
Hi, Azzy. We just started recording, so you're actually just in time.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So anyways, let me go through everyone here. We have Maverick, who apparently is not paying attention. Maverick,
am I supposed to say something here?
Yeah,
or...
you're supposed to say hi to the
Introduce
people.
yourself, icebreakers. Come on.
Well, he just introduced me myself.
Okay.
Who are you?
Well, we have Alexi.
Hey guys.
We have Mel Rosewood.
Morning.
We have Azzy.
Hello.
And we have Wybert.
The goober himself.
Yes. I feel like this will be either a fun episode or this will be Clusterfuck 5.
Well, I'm here, so you know it's Clusterfuck 5 already.
There's no in between. It's either a fun, goofy episode or it's going to be hell.
Well,
God.
I hope everyone is having a fantastic week. I'm not. I managed to drift my car into a snow hill the other day and fuck up the front end of it.
Well, I'm not having that good a week either. Setting up a union is a lot harder than you'd think.
Look, you're gonna get shot. You're gonna get shot, Wybert. Okay, listen. You're going to get shot.
I wanna be there to see it.
Wybert, you were talking about this briefly before the podcast.
Yeah.
Why don't you just lay it all out there? What are you doing?
I'm starting up a little union. You know, some people say unionizing is a major conduct violation, but you know what they say? Conduct violations, none of my ethical concern. I am starting a small union with the assistance of another member who shall remain anonymous. Our goal is to increase pay for Foundation personnel, improve working conditions, and to build a safer working environment for all Foundation personnel, and make it so that we have more control over our hours. When was the last time you got a paid vacation? Never.
You know, you make a valid point.
Yeah.
That is true.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with that, but I'm just saying, you're going to get shot. This is not the first time unions have been attempted to be formed on site, and it won't be the last.
Oh, but I don't plan on failing.
Oh, wow.
That's a good positive mindset to have. Just
and
keep
nobody
those
even knows
up,
that it's
champ.
me that's making it.
Well, considering that this podcast is going to be going out, and I just said, hey, Wybert, what are you doing?
Oh,
You're on the chopping block. You're on the chopping block.
Well.
Does your union have a name?
Just the Site-65 union.
Oh,
Nothing too
okay.
fancy. Just a bit general.
Pretty basic.
How original. Imagine naming something after the site.
You need to make it something like scary, so they're like scared to, you know, deunionize your union.
What would I call it?
The Pack of Lone Wolves.
10-tailed fox.
A 10-tailed fox.
There you go.
So we have a couple people here who I don't think have hosted in the past. Azzy, I don't think you've hosted in the past, correct?
No, I have not.
So one thing that we like to do when we have new people on the podcast, and I'm going to put you on the spot here, is we like to ask them a couple questions. One question is, well, A, what do you currently do at the Foundation? And B, how did you end up in that role of the at the role you're currently at? You know, you can say as much as you want. I understand that there's some redacted stuff that you can't say, but you're free to talk about as much as you want. So, what is it you currently do at the Foundation?
Well, I'm a senior researcher, so I test and I study. I'm more into the psychological side of the objects at the foundation. So I like to study their mind and, interview them and sometimes sample, but, that just
Okay.
depends.
And is there anything that specifically got you into the foundation? Like a lot of us, where you just kind of abducted one day and you woke up here and you just kind of went with it?
I mean, yeah, same. I just kind of went with it. I know I wanted to be a researcher though, because it's the more fascinating department for me on site. Um, Stuff like GenSec and, other departments like that is just not my thing.
Yeah, because that's all they do is shoot people. That's not fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Depends
I
on
would
who you
rather,
ask.
I beg
well,
to disagree.
Well, I
Alright,
get to
well-
shoot people and do paperwork, so that's a thing.
Well, we're
Oh,
gonna
God.
move on to Mel.
one hell of a
Mel,
day
I don't
job.
think you've hosted before, correct?
Nuh-uh, never have.
So same questions apply to you. What do you do and how did you get to this position?
Mostly I just run around the laboratory or the facility, as you may call it, just making hyena noises. But I used to be one of the, normal cadets at a medical training. Not really the highest ranking officer, and not really the lowest either. I think mostly just walking around doing whatever, having a good time, talking to people.
Okay, I'm gonna say something, Mel. I'm gonna need you to cover your ears for a second. Okay, are they covered?
Oh
Good.
boy, here
Does
we go.
anyone think he sounds like Markiplier?
Oh no, not this again!
Hello,
it's,
buddy mine.
it's there. It's definitely there. That's what I first, before we started recording, he started speaking, and I was like, wait, what? Is that Marky?
Wait, do we have Marky Moo in the con? No, we don't.
Do we
Oh,
have
crap.
Marky in chat right now?
Yeah, I love Markiplier when he says top of the morning to you laddies.
That's the wrong person.
Oh yeah,
Got
that's
it, buddy.
PewDiePie, my bad. That's PewDiePie.
It's the
my
green
bad.
version of Mark.
No,
Oh.
that's
No,
not
it's
it either.
green PewDiePie.
Tomato, you're a little off
Green
today.
PewDiePie, yeah.
Listen, I don't get out much.
You don't
I could
meet
not
them in
tell.
person. You see them on your phone or whatever.
Well, we can't see him on our phones because YouTube and TikTok are blocked on our phones. At least the
No,
foundation ones.
Not on mine.
Well, mine's
Well, yeah.
jailbroken, so
I only have Twitter. What the heck?
Wait, you guys have phones?
Yes.
Have you
More of a
not?
Oh,
tablet,
fuck.
but-
Well, okay, Mel. In defense, maybe you don't deserve a phone.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Let's see. Alexi, have you hosted before? I don't think you have.
I haven't. This is my first time on the podcast.
Yes. All right. So same questions apply to you. What do you do, and how'd you get to the position you're in?
I'm an enlisted member of E11. I joined after being on GenSec for a while. Honestly, not my proudest time. I'm gonna be honest. Quite a hard position, not because of what we do, but because of my fellow ex team members. But then I got a proposition from E11 on the SCP-net to attend the training, which I did and was able to join.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, we're happy to have you here. And Maverick, I'm pretty sure you've hosted before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. I for some reason my brain isn't working very well today and I couldn't remember. So I apologize.
Today.
So that kind of went through everyone. So I have a bit of a story to tell. So as some of you may know, when I am not working in the Foundation, I moonlight in the town of Pinewood as an Uber driver.
Oh.
Yes.
Ugh.
I was driving the other day and I got a ding on my phone that says we need you to pick people up from the kitchens in Pinewood. I said, okay, sure. I drove over and 2 GOC got in my car. Not fun. Yeah, very awkward.
Yeah, that seems a bit dangerous.
I mean, how was that ride? Did you still give him a ride?
Yeah, they didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
They just got in. They gave me $100 and they said, "Take us back, please." And I said, sure." And I drove my car around, across the icy strips and brought them back to their base. And they said thank you, and they got out and left. I don't know what they were doing taking an Uber because they were about 100 feet from their base. But yeah, I think I'm on some sort of GOC watch list now.
I think you've been on more than that kind of a watch list for a lot longer.
What are you
Oh,
saying?
wow.
Listen, you're insinuating. Is
Tomato,
it
what's
because
your
I do
lore?
dangerous testing?
Oh,
I think we know the answer to that one.
Look, just because I get SCPs drunk does not mean I'm a bad person.
Depends on who you ask. Maybe they're having a good time. Maybe we're going to get the SCP variant of pizza on our ass.
I mean, yes, but the last time I got
that's called the ethics committee.
Fair
oh,
enough.
Yeah.
dang. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I should really stop drinking. Anyways, I have a bunch of news stories here that I'd like to go through. These are just news stories that I've collected around Site from the Site's daily news pamphlet that comes out, and I just want to talk about some of them with you guys, kind of chew the fat. So, first news story. All attempts to make SCP-049 into a Twitch streamer have to be stopped immediately. Besides from that being a terrible info breach, the amount of fan art of SCP-049 circulating the web since he started has skyrocketed. Apparently, people love the voice and bird mask.
Now, that is a good one. I think I tuned into one or two of his streams on the company computers, but...
Yeah, I don't know who's giving him this stuff to, like, be a Twitch streamer. Apparently, he's really good at playing, like, League. But, like...
You think it's the ethics?
Yeah.
That's doing it?
Considering his smell, well, that makes sense.
Aren't there just a bunch of people already who are just horny over him?
Are we fetishizing SCPs?
God, I hope not. We don't need that. We already have
Yeah, we really
1471,
don't.
and that was a terrible info breach.
Oh,
we
you
don't need any
fucking
more of
bet
that.
It was.
I mean, I say, you know, let the SCP be a Twitch streamer. He could be making good money for the Foundation, especially if he's good at what he does.
I don't know.
Come on,
Making
I mean
so that
that's
people
easy
don't
money.
really suspect a whole lot.
Actually, he was pulling in about $3 or $4 grand a stream.
Exactly. I mean, we
Yeah,
could use that for anything. This could help Wybert's union. We could use that money to fund his union.
And
Yeah, my union's going
honestly,
great.
maybe the
Don't worry.
D-class will probably enjoy playing a couple games with him. Who knows?
Okay, I don't know about giving D-class computers,
I know.
but
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
maybe,
give computers to
maybe in the
non-humans. That's a bit
future.
I know.
much.
We'll just
It's
have to
actually-
see.
Did
We'll
you
just have to
just
see.
call D-class non-human?
Well, yes, there's a few groups that
Would
are
you
non-human,
consider
such
them
as
human?
D-class,
Okay,
Chaos Insurgents.
As a senior researcher, without the D-boys, I wouldn't be able to get any of my tests done. So I mean, they're kind of useful.
That depends what you're testing.
Well then, here's the question. Would you consider lab rats human?
That's because that's
Well,
what
no,
they are.
they're
Are they?
rats.
Remember,
okay.
D-class personnel are not human. They are property of the SCP Foundation.
They're called guinea
And
pigs
nothing
for a
more.
reason.
Okay.
I thought they were rats.
You can still
Guinea
be
pigs and rats.
property.
The only difference is the name.
Are we not all technically property to the Foundation?
No.
Depends on
How?
who you ask.
I can leave if I wanted to. I just don't.
You can't
No,
leave.
you
None of
can't
us
leave.
can leave.
You
I
can
mean,
leave, but
come
you'd get a
on.
bullet in the back of the head. So
I mean,
you
I
I
can
was
leave
gonna say
as
all
you
of
will.
us
do you
can
think
leave.
I am
We're
when
just
I'm
gonna
not
be dead.
here?
I left and I came back.
You can't
I
just
left,
go
came back.
gadget bulletproof head that either.
I left and CI held me for ransom. So
Yeah,
I
it
got
happens to the best
stationed
of
in
us.
France for a few weeks at one point. That was fun.
you got
You know-
stationed in France.
Yep.
Oh,
I went on
No,
vacation to the Bahamas
Four of
once
you.
for
I'm sorry.
5 months. It was
You
insane.
got a 5-month vacation?
Well, I mean, you know,
Jesus.
I sort of left without telling anyone.
Oh.
But that's not
I
really a
did that
vacation. That's
too.
just that. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's
They
just
didn't
go
really
with that.
stop me.
Fair enough.
What were they supposed to
it's-
do? stop one of the
Stop
most
you.
powerful entities that they possess, and never.
Oh wow.
This is becoming one of those episodes.
They can't
Anyways,
contain
it's
me
funny.
if I'm in the walls.
There's bees in your teeth. It's funny you mentioned the D-Boys playing with 049 because attempts to add a billiards table and a ping pong table to D-Block have ended terribly. While initially enjoyed by the D-Class, bludgeonings by pool balls have increased tenfold.
How? How?
Okay. Points for creativity though. Those D class are
okay,
creative.
you gotta get style points, but Jesus, why? Use your fists at that point.
I mean,
Well,
how come we don't
billiard
see that
balls
same
don't
reaction
work.
with the chessboards though? I feel like you could definitely use a chess piece or a chessboard as a weapon.
Well, to be fair, the chess
Probably
boards and
they
chess
do.
pieces are made out of plastic, not solid ivory like pool balls.
Okay,
Fair
but-
enough,
Well,
but
they are made out of wood. I have played a few games.
I've seen a D class do things with a rook that I would like to forget.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh,
that doesn't
Yeah.
sound very fun.
I've gotten
That-
yeah.
Honestly, we're using a rook for that. I prefer the bishop, honestly.
Oh,
how about
Uh,
the knight?
Then
what's the next story, Tomato? What's the next story?
can we move on? Can we move on?
Site administration would like to remind personnel that we are stationed in Canada, and referring to the American Foundation members as the fat ones is no longer allowed.
Man, taking away the freedom of speech, are we? No, but Jesus Christ.
Listen,
Okay.
as an American myself, I could say, I mean, they're kind of right.
I'm not American.
I think that's funny, and I think that should be allowed.
They shouldn't
Personally.
censor the truth. Well, actually, isn't that what
Shouldn't
we kind of do?
censor the truth.
Jeez, thank you.
Isn't that what
That's a
our
fucking good one.
isn't that what our organization is built on doing?
What?
Yeah.
No,
Telling
that's
the truth?
true. That is true.
No censoring it.
Listen, my American
Oh, I
blood
thought you said
flows.
telling the truth.
My American blood flows very slowly through my fat-covered veins, but I'll tell you what.
You got
Not
You
Colin
will
sure.
Dark face in
not-
that case. Jesus, man.
Do you have
You
fat
will
on your
not-
liver, Tomato?
You will
The
not refer to
tyrants.
us as fat ones. Now, excuse me, I need to go eat a pizza as I am tired.
Yes.
No.
Anyway, the tyrants to be that sit on their ivory thrones in the third floor. They
Well,
will
it's not
censor
really
the truth all
ivory
they
anymore.
want.
We use the ivory to make the pool balls for the billiard table.
Oh, wow.
True. Are you
There's an
guys have a
ivory in
billiard table? Where?
I just spoke about this. We put one in D block.
I thought we had one in the break room, but they got rid of the break room so that they could have a GOC embassy or something.
No.
Probably they'd get rid of that one, put it in D block because they hadn't anywhere else to put it.
Huh. It did
God,
look
I hate
familiar.
how those goddamn boot burners can just wander about in our site anytime they want.
Should we, from here on out, refer to American side divisions as Foxtrot 1?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Now,
they got
you
a
know,
fox
see-
trot because they can't fox walk.
I'm not
Oh my
condoning.
God.
I'm
I'm
not
all for calling
condoning
them
Fuck
the fat
up.
ones.
myself. I am not condoning the actions of the hand. However, I do in fact hate the book burners, and I would do
We're not
anything to
gonna-
see them suffer.
Look, GOC hosts this podcast sometime. We
What,
can't
they
just be
do?
mean to them. Yes!
Wow.
I don't know anything about GOC. They're just kind of all there. They're just people.
Okay,
I've seen them
so
like
they
twice.
come into my library, and then they start burning shit down? It's insane. Who could ever think of that? Like, come on.
Wow.
They are. I don't know.
Destroyed my
Alright.
library. At least like a third
Insane
of
is
it.
what they
We'll get you a new
Insane.
Yes,
library.
insane. That's a good word, Mel.
It's quite a big library. I
thanks.
don't think you'd be able to repair it.
Liz, we have money. And speaking of
But, like-
money, attempts to mine cryptocurrency with SCP-079 should be avoided. While it has proven successful in the past, there's still a possibility he could connect to the internet and destroy us all.
Yes. I believe
That's
that
a
we should get rid of
risky
the...
move. Really bit
we
like,
with
should really
Jesus.
get rid of
What?
the,
Is crypto even worth anything in the Foundation?
I mean, in a
Anymore.
span of 30 minutes, he made $3.6 million.
Fucking hell. Okay, yeah,
Holy
maybe. Okay,
fuck.
I'll take that
You know what?
statement
Maybe,
back.
yeah, let's just
Yeah.
drain them dry. Fuck it.
If
Yeah,
the inside, well, look, if the entire site just goes up in flames, just turn off the internet access. Easy as that.
Yeah.
But if the entire site gets, exposed, can't we just, drop a little nuke, call it a day?
No,
We'll
we
just
don't
keep
have.
going. Just like,
in the middle.
you got us, but we're not gonna stop.
We
You
don't
got
have-
us, but
we
we're all
don't
gonna
have-
die now. So
No,
joke's on
listen.
you.
I need to say this because this has been a running thing, and I need to put this into perspective. The Foundation does not have nuclear weapons.
Why
Yet.
not?
I mean, we
Uh,
do.
We're not supposed to say that.
What do you mean? No, there's quite. Do you guys not know that we have nukes? Like, come on.
No, I know it because I'm level 4, but we're not supposed to let the other people know we have nukes.
I'm not
As a
talking
level
about
3,
that
I've
one. I'm
known that
talking
we've
about
had
our
nukes.
arsenal.
Oh,
We still have them walking around. I've seen one or two people talk about them.
How
but
do you
they
think we?
didn't
How
come
do you
back.
think we leveled the Russians in the CI's operation? How do you think we
Jesus,
did that?
man. Nip that talk in the bud. Holy shit.
Like, come on.
moving on to the next story. The Foundation esports team mounted a serious comeback against CI in Counter-Strike 2 recently, coming from behind, winning 18 rounds to 16. And for those of you
Nice.
wondering, yes, we have an esports team.
What do you
Wow,
mean? We came
okay.
from- What do you mean?
So
we came
instead
from
of
behind?
protecting our foundation, we're playing CS:GO 2.
Can
Yeah.
you blame us?
I mean, we did also destroy the fucking GOC and Elephant Polo, so that's something.
I swear to God, someone is going to find a computer that is just infested with, I don't know, one specific type of game, and someone's going to throw that on the, hey, look, we got a new SCP.
Listen,
You know that
just
there
because
was
the
one
Foundation spends
SCP
at
that
least
was just-
100 grand a month on skins for CS:GO does not make us bad people.
100 grand? Oh,
just think,
Jesus Christ.
I just think our money should be going somewhere else, like, getting better equipment for the research center, or like Wybert said, making the foundation more secure for foundation personnel.
Hold on. You think the Foundation cares enough to spend money on its research department? We
The
have
Foundation
most of our
cares,
food-
Okay, hold
period?
up. Let's talk about that. Because, right, hear me out. Without the research department, half the studies that we know about and half the studies that people use as like a format to do other researchers came from people like me and just regular researchers. Like, without our department, half the people would be clueless on what's going on and what these SCPs are thinking and doing and reacting and what makes them react the way that they do.
Oh, no,
So-
I agree 100%. Research is important. Why do you think I've never participated in anything else other than research? At the same time, our computers are still using Windows 98.
Yeah, can I
Oh,
talk
I
about
thought we were
why
still using DOS.
No,
barely even
we-
run the first Resident Evil on those games? On those computers, I mean.
Well, they can play CS:GO too. So
Somehow, that's an entirely own case.
they spent money to get a bunch of new computers for the team.
But
if
Jesus,
you,
Windows 98.
Yeah, the esports center is located right next to SCP-035's containment cell. It's just a small little corner that has about 6 computers in it, and boy,
Yeah.
can they at least run Crisis.
Oh,
That's
I-
On
that-
low
that's-
settings.
Zetas.
No,
can't-
they
I
can at
can't
least
believe
run
that.
medium.
That's so sad.
Maybe.
Can
Oh,
also
man.
Next story.
9 run Crisis?
Can what?
Can also a 9 run Crisis?
Yes, this has been tested before. Yes, he
Can
can.
it run Doom?
Yes, he can.
Can he
Can
run the
what?
Crisis remaster?
Can he
yes,
run for the
yes,
president?
he can. No, we should not let 079 run for president of the United States or Canada.
What do you
Why
think?
not?
Like, that is true, but what do you think his thoughts on, like, politics would be, the human politics? Would he just hate him, or
we've
would he be
asked
like, yeah,
him-
no, this is
we-
kind of cool?
I could actually shed some insight into that because I asked him one time. I said,
Really?
Yeah, so this was back during the 2020 election in America. I asked him to do the probabilities of who would win, and he said Trump 3-1. But anyways, that shows how smart he was. But anyways, I asked, what are your thoughts on American politics? And he gave me a 16-page report about how he would fix America. Low-key, really good ideas.
Oof.
Good thing
you
we
get
live in
that up with a
Canada, though,
staff.
right?
Yeah, like, honestly, like, universal gun control and universal healthcare seems like a good idea for them. But,
Those are
like,
terrible ideas.
Depends
we're
on
not
who
going to
asks
get
still.
into this. We're not going to
I
get
agree
into
with
Take
this.
my
Wybert.
goddamn rifle from my dead body, alright?
They're giving us plastic straws. You think they're gonna like let us keep rifles? They're taking away everything.
They'll never take my plastic straw
Oh, you
either.
know,
I'll kill them.
there's a difference. Okay. Guns kill bad guys. Plastic
Kills
plastic
turtles.
straws
I
kills
was just about
turtles.
to say
So I
that.
would rather
Guns
Damn it.
don't
I would rather
kill
save a
bad
turtle.
guys. Good guys with guns kill bad guys. Alright.
Oh my god.
No, what I'm saying is we everybody should have the right to bear arms, correct? But nobody should have the right to bear a plastic straw because save the turtles.
The Second
That's all I
Amendment,
was trying to say.
I think that's a fair point. And actually, that's a good point to end off on. Save the turtles. Yeah, so we're going to end off this episode as it's approaching the end of our lunch half hour. And I want everyone to get back to work. So I'll just go down the list of people sitting next to me. Maverick, do you have anything you want to say?
Place is
Apparently not.
going, down in
Maverick,
flames,
Maverick.
but whatever.
Maverick, did someone take your soul when we were talking?
No,
Oh,
I've just
speaking
been
of
Looks a little
souls, we did
scared.
extract a few
Let
souls
him
this week.
talk. Let him talk.
He's
let him
shaking.
talk.
He's scared.
I'm not scared, no.
Then what's
Okay.
going on, buddy?
Great,
Well,
I can
well,
close
got
next.
it.
I'm searching for someone awesome.
Fair enough.
Alexi,
What?
anything you want to say?
The plastic containment in the ocean is all the fault of D-Class.
Makes sense to me. Mel,
Mm.
anything you want to say?
I've heard there was
If
talk
it's
about.
not, hold on. If the next words out of your mouth aren't "Hello, my name is Markiplier," I'm gonna be very upset.
Look, I would do that, but I got another thing I want to speak about that I'm kind of concerned about.
Yes.
So I've heard mentioned that people are going to try to mix in fucking hyena DNA with people DNA. How do you think that will
Oh
work?
my god.
What?
How do you think
What-
that's
Are
going
you
to
a-
work?
Are you
I've
obsessed with
heard
hyenas, Mr. Mel?
researchers have been talking about it, and I just thought like, well, okay. That sounds
No,
kinda
we
cool.
haven't. No one's been talking about
no
that. It's
researcher
Then they
just
must have
has
been a
talked
D
about
in
that.
disguise, I suppose. At least I've heard some people in coats talking about that stuff.
I think you're just really into hyenas. Maybe you should talk to a
it's just
therapist
having a
about
vision.
that.
Do we have a therapist?
I'm dreaming.
I'm a research therapist in the Board of Education, so
Fair enough.
I mean,
Lucius, you joined just as we're ending off this episode. Thank you for
No, you're not.
sitting
I'm
down.
here now.
No.
he said no, you're not.
Azzy, do you have anything you want to say?
Yes, two things: save the turtles, stop using plastic straws. Everybody on Foundation, I will report you. And two, fund the research department because we need more tools to do better experiments.
You guys are gonna have
Also,
to earn that current.
And Mr. Union Wybert himself.
There will be no peace until the working class are free.
Oh my
Alright.
God,
I
Jesus
don't think there will
Christ.
be peace.
Amen.
Like period.
Isn't
yeah, we'll
D
never
class
be
the
peace,
working
but, you
class though?
No, we are. The D class aren't people.
Do you think
See,
they
I feel
work?
like can we take a second and
Okay.
get down to the bottom of
D
that?
class are human beings,
No,
but
they
they're
are
resources.
not.
Oh yeah, what I
They-
wanted to say.
They
Okay,
are
but like
property
okay,
of the Foundation.
even when you're arrested,
Shut up. They're
right?
slaves. Who cares?
You're still a human. Okay, I don't like this guy. This guy's mean. Can we get
Have
him
you
out
ever
of here?
heard of the sewing circle? D class aren't human, alright?
D class are human. I don't
Yeah,
understand
beings,
where
but
you're
they're
getting that
They're
from.
human, but they
Have
don't
you
have
ever
their
heard of
lab
the
rights. Who
sewing
cares?
circle? If you don't
If
know
they
what the sewing
weren't-
circle is, D class aren't human. And if you do know
Wait,
what that is,
but
God
what-
bless your soul.
What about being a D class makes them not human?
The lab
They are
rats. Literally
property of the
rats.
Foundation.
Okay, but you can be property
They are
of
not
something
human,
and still
they are
be a
Well, I'm
research
getting
human.
out of here
material.
before I say something
Being-
not so good.
Oh
I
yeah.
think someone's going to
What I
start
was
throwing
gonna say
bottles
is-
if we continue
Anyway,
talking
let's
about this.
ceaseless debate.
Hold on. Alexi, what did you want to say?
Yeah. So people don't make this mistake because I certainly did. Apparently, all expenses above $1,000 need to be cleared by clearance for personnel. And apparently, faucets aren't a valid expense.
Huh.
So,
Well, I approve any
Really?
expenses above $1,000 as IMCL4, so go
Yes.
nuts.
Anyway, I got a
Yay.
dep
Okay.
meeting.
Yep. Anyways,
Bye-bye,
that's
guys.
this episode of the Site-65
Go on.
podcast. Thank you all very much for hosting, and thank you all very much for listening. And yeah, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
And good luck.